What do you say, Premium Scapers? We're back again at you with another
Let's Talk About It.
Right. We got to get better on our cues, you know?
I mean, we've done it once.
I know. It happens sometimes, sometimes it don't, you know? Got to keep watching our videos, guys. Like we say, we got a battle video that might be out right now. I'm not for sure. But you got to go watch that video. I think it's very interesting, the battle video. It might be a little long, but it's worth the watch. Trust me, it's worth the watch. Got to watch that bad boy.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you want to buy any heroscape, you can check out our affiliate link in the description below.
Yep, helps out the channel, please.
One thing I was wanting to let them know, when you watch these videos, these Let's Talk About It, sometimes we might do 3 or 4 videos in a night.
Yeah.
So we ain't always wearing the same clothes.
Well, you know, this will make 3 different styles of shirts they see me in these videos, so they'll catch on. I don't think it's too much of a stretch. I give you guys credit. I think you're a lot smarter than what Shane gives you credit for.
There is some days where I don't look this good.
There is never days where he looks that good. And that is probably the best it ever gets for him. But anyway, yeah. I'm sure when you watch the battle video, you'll understand some of that, how good he looks. So,
are you ready to talk about it?
I think I am. I think we should get to it.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it. All right, here you go. Pick from
we're
one.
We're going to go for a fast one.
All righty.
Oh, no.
No. Oh, yeah. It's the Zetian Guards.
The Zetian Guards.
You know, these guys, back in the day when everything first got out, they did get used a lot because their range, okay? That's why they got used a lot. They are range. But the Zetian Guards, to give you a rundown here on them.
I'm pretty sure the Zetian Guards look identical. They're like...
They're a little bit different, not much. The gun is just shifted barely, something like that. But they're soul borgs, which gives them some, you know, extra abilities after to dodge certain things. They're a unique squad. They are guards. They're precise. They're medium 5s. They each have 1 life. They're a 2-man squad, as you can see. Their move is 4. They have a range of 7. Their attack is a measly 2. That's what a lot of people don't like. But once again, they're one of these people, they got 7 defense.
Yeah, they got the defense.
It's hard to get through that sometimes.
It's a robot.
And they're 70 points, this 2-man squad. And they do have an ability here, even though they're the squad and they're also a unique squad.
I know the ability very good because, once again, your brother Jar has played with all robots so many times. It's called Zetian targeting.
Yep, that's it.
And if the other figure attacks the same figure that the one attacked, then he gets to add an extra attack dice to his.
Exactly. Shane hit it. It's exactly what the power does. One of these guys shoots at a certain person. If this one here targets the same one, then he gets a bonus dice. Yeah. And if you're on height, that obviously helps you out with that. Yeah. So, and that 2 attack is probably what people didn't like. But like I said, back in the day, in the beginning, they did get used a lot for that range.
Yeah, won big battle boards for sure.
Yeah, the big battle boards. I mean, that 7 range that's a good range.
Oh yeah, really
that's a great range. Most of your newer figures that Renegade's putting out, and this is not bashing Renegade or anything, but a lot of the ranges are about, what, 5? Something like that?
5. It seems like 5's been pretty used a lot lately.
So, you know, a 7 range in today's battle is extra range. Mm-hmm. Now, do I think I'd see a lot of these guys get played in today's battles? Probably not.
A lot of times people forget about them even being a 2-man squad. Like when you'll be talking about what all 2-man squads are they, and you're like, forget all about the Zetian Guards.
That's true. You know, they for very first group come out of the box, Zetian Guards 2-man squad. You know, because I guess like you're saying, like a lot of people, they'll say,
you forget it.
Yeah, it's like, oh, wait, they just come out with a 2-man squad. No, they have been 2-man squads. The only squad
since the beginning.
Yeah, the only squad we got that was really different from all the other squads that Renegade put out was the 5 bug squad.
Yeah, that was
that was definitely a new thing. We never had that before.
And me, I love the 5-man squad.
Yeah, he likes bugs. That's just how it goes.
Squad. It's awesome.
But, yeah, these guys, I've used them. You know, I always run them up on height. You know, even though their ability says if you shoot the same figure, a lot of times you didn't shoot. I mean, I don't remember shooting the same figure a whole lot over like that. I know that was their ability, but it's like, oh, there's 2 of them. We got to shoot some different people and kill them here. So
I understand that the reason they're unique is probably got a lot to do with the 7 defense.
Probably.
But man, wouldn't have been cool if you could have a bunch of Zetian Guards.
It would have been nice to have some robots out there that you could put a bunch
Sometimes
of squads.
back in our big games and back in the day, we didn't even we didn't care. You could use more than one unique. Remember, we'd do that sometimes. We'd
done that because of so many people playing the game, you know.
Yeah, we just let you have whatever point army you've come up with there. If we're playing 2,000 points, then you could get you 2,000 points of whatever you wanted.
Yeah, when you have 10 people around the table back in the day, and there's only one master set and maybe 1 or 2 waves.
Yeah.
You know, when you're drafting, and another big thing is back in the day, Shane can vouch for this. Back in the day, I don't even remember like when you had squads making big armies of squads. You know, if you had one squad, then that squad was like the army. You know, and it wasn't till later on that at least I call on. Oh, wait a minute, these common squads, I can get massive amounts of these things. And that's when I started getting the massive amounts
he's
of
talking
them.
about way back in the day. You didn't even realize that you could get multiples of common squads because you're just starting to play the game. So you might have 2 or 3 master sets before the waves come out. So you were playing with multiples of uniques and everything.
That's the only way everybody can get that big army to play with, you know. But you know that's homebrew rules. We all have them. We've all done them, you know, and we'd still do them today if that's how you like to play that way. You know, if you want to go buy you a bunch of them, go buy you a bunch of them.
Yeah, we played homebrew games so much now that we like to play the legit rules because we had played homebrew rules so much. So now we try to stick to legit rules.
And you know, this being the older set, this is one of those things. There's a lot of these guys out there. If you want to get them, they should be cheap. You know, you shouldn't be paying probably more than $4 or $5 for these guys, okay? And if you want, like to Shane's point, if you want to get an army of them and play, go for it. It would be fun. I think you'd have a good time.
I mean, the game, if you pick the same amount of points, it's pretty good balanced game. I mean, it still works out even when you pick multiple uniques. I ain't gonna say it's perfect when you play with multiple uniques like that, but it's still fun. It still works out.
I mean, I think I'd like to see, you know, not Primus with 2 or 3 squads of Frostclaw Paladins run across the board.
Oh yes.
I haven't even thought about playing that yet. But now that you mentioned how we used to do that, some of these things are starting to come back again. It's like, you know what? Remember,
that's why we play by the legit rules now.
I get that.
That way you can't have a bunch of Frostclaws. You know, I got an extra set of Frostclaws.
Yeah, I know. Well, you got your painted, you got your unpainted. I've got my painted, and Jamie probably has his unpainted. So.
I know this ain't the Frostclaw conversation right now, but I was actually thinking about painting that other set.
Yeah.
Like brown and black bears.
Oh, that'd be nice. I'd do it. I mean, you're good at painting, so it'd be pretty interesting.
I really was.
You should, as you should. That'd be fun running those across the board. Oh, God, we're talking about bears.
Now when we get to the Frostclaws, we ain't going to have nothing to talk about.
Well, by the time we get to the Frostclaws, we better have something else to talk about, because that should be a way up in the future.
So what are we ranking them?
Yeah, well, we don't rank them.
Oh.
You know, like I said, I've used them. They're okay guys. They're better at defense than they are offense, I think. And I know that little power helps them out. I think the Deathwalker 9000 helps him with some range if he's next to him or something like that. They don't have a whole lot of synergy, but they got a little bit of synergy. But playing against these guys, I never feared them.
What they got synergy with?
Well, the
they're
Deathwalker,
guards. They're guards.
Yeah, Deathwalker 9000. If they're next to them, he adds a bonus of summon range
they're
to
also
them.
guards.
Something else does go with guards.
It's hard to remember all this stuff right off hand. I mean, but
we know, like we say, we don't pick these out ahead of time, study them, and find out everything we can, so we can tell you everything about them. We like to do these things just random, and you get the raw footage. You know, we don't pause it, we don't cut stuff out. You know, we do the one video in one take, and what you see is what you get.
Now, that's for the Let's Talk About. When we do our battle videos, the army that we play with, we try to make sure we know what we're doing.
Well, that's battle videos, but that's different
but
from
these
videos.
Like, with the men guards, there's some extra synergy there, but we could also be wrong on that. I mean, without looking it up.
But they're nice guys.
There's so many guys to remember.
I mean, I don't...
They're
are
not useless. They're not useless.
No, they're not
they
useless.
Can still be used. They got your great range, like you said.
Yeah.
They can still be used. Will you see them used a lot? Probably not. But
I would take them after probably cheap
70
squads. You know, take them after the easy squad people. Going against hardcore heroes, no. I mean, like when I say hardcore heroes, I just recently faced the new Major Q11.
Yeah, man, he was awesome. I got to use him.
He was like the Hulk right out of the Marvel set. Let me tell you, the dude's massively awesome.
I had so much fun using him.
I would not take these guys after a figure like that. Not a chance, okay? Because he is definitely devastating.
And you know, I used all of his powers, basically. I didn't get to do the extra hammer smash one.
Some of us are smart enough to keep him away.
But I got to use his special barrage shooting ability, and I dropped a lot of hammers.
See how easy it is to get somebody on their favorite thing? You talk about bears and knights, here I go. You talk about a robot, now here Shane goes.
And I don't like robots, but now he was, I normally don't like robots, but he was very, very fun to use. I liked him really well.
He wipes out your whole army.
I mean, you got the close-up attack and the far attack.
Yeah, he does.
You can't, and the defense is always good.
He's a great figure.
Defense, I mean,
his only weakness is a life, and it's still 4's not bad for that.
You got 2 off of him. That was it.
Yeah.
I mean, he literally almost wiped out a whole army.
But
You'll see,
these Zetian Guards, like I said, Shane, like he said, they're not useless. They're okay. They're cool. If you like robots, you probably love these things.
Yeah, if you like robots, I mean, why wouldn't you? You know, 70 points. It ain't like you're spending a fortune on them.
And like I said, my memories of them, honestly, bad as I hate to say it, I don't have a whole lot. Never used them in tournament battle yet. That could change. That could change perspective of them being in a tournament. I only played with them on huge, gigantic battle boards with like I said, with about 8 or 10 of us going at it. So I guess that's kind of why they don't stand out to me. I have learned, to be honest, some of these guys, and maybe like I said, these guys, you put them on a tournament board and use them, they might be a whole different ball game. But I just haven't got there with them yet.
It's where they're so old, and we've started playing with the newer stuff and everything. We just ain't really ever got to.
Yeah, I mean, when you've had all the old pieces like we have, and we played and played and played with them, now you get new pieces, and it's like, oh yay, new candy. So yeah, it does make its point. But yeah, these guys,
we
give them
played
a try.
on big battle boards probably longer than we did tournament maps.
So most definitely.
So that's why now that we play on the tournament maps, that's why some of the old figures we haven't really played with a lot on the tournament maps, because we ain't had the time to get to them.
Ain't had the chance yet.
Yeah.
So
it's a lot of figures. When you go all the way back from the beginning till now, it is I mean, we've got a lot.
Talking over 20 years practically.
A lot of figures.
So yeah. But we like doing these talk about it. This is what we like doing. We hope you like them and enjoy them. Hopefully we can entertain you. We can bring a smile to your face or a laugh.
And comment some of the comments that we've had on our Let's Talk About It. I've really enjoyed some of the things they've said. We dogged out the Airborne Elite. And then we had this dude that really likes the Airborne Elite.
Yeah, that was harsh. Yeah, because here we just went over there Airborne Elite, and we're like, we really don't like them. They're not that good. And we hadn't put out the video yet, but it was getting ready to come, and we did put it. And the dude commented, because he hadn't watched it yet. He's like, "Yay, Airborne Elite!"
Can't wait.
And me and Shane's like, "Oh no, he's going to drop us in a heartbeat."
Yeah,
but he did.
But he didn't. He commented back. Yeah, and he was real cool about it. And we was worried today. We was like, "Oh no."
But we like, and I'm pretty sure we get back to everybody's comment. And, we're not that big of a channel yet, so we're able to do that. And
just because we talk bad about a character, that don't mean somebody else can't use them great.
Right. Just because we don't like it. For instance, but the animals. I'm sure there's people out there that love these new animals. The air balloon, the gliders. I don't like it. But they are coming out with the ninjas that I like.
Yeah, he likes the ninjas. He's going crazy over the ninjas.
Can't wait for the ninjas.
Got him a whole ninja squad, man.
I've done made it up an army. They're not even here yet. So we totally left the Zetians in the background.
I had to say, Chris, we're not proxying the ninjas.
And that's usually Shane's thing, so yeah. But these guys, hey, go out and get them if you like robots. Use them. Like I said, I haven't used them on a tournament board. I haven't seen I haven't played against them on tournament boards, so that tournament board may make a world of difference in these guys.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I mean,
I don't have a clue.
The attack is going to go up to 3 if the second guy's alive and he shoots.
Right, and if you like I say,
You're
get
on
some
high,
high,
that's 4 and 3.
so that's good stuff. Can't beat
7
that.
defense. A 3 and 4 or 7 defense ain't bad. I mean,
Yeah, 7 defense is going to keep you
Movement's
around.
horrible. I mean,
Yeah, they're slow, but they got that 7 range to help you out.
Yeah.
So
Tournament map, we ought to try them sometime on tournament map.
I'm sure we're going. Well, I'm sure you're going to see them in a battle video, but probably too long because, like I said, some of this old stuff, the tournament maps actually change. Like I said, they
brings back a lot of memories too,
and it changes the perspective of these guys. Because the big long map, they might suck, but this shorter down maps where you're going head to head and you're not worried about 5 or 6 other people attacking it could change them. Could make a world of difference. But I say, like I say, go out and get them. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Shane, you got anything else to talk about them on that?
That's about all. I mean, honestly, I felt worse when I drew the card, but after we got to really talking about it, I mean, they're not bad.
No, they're not. They're not. It's gonna be it's gonna be a change.
I almost want to play with them, and I want.
So what do you always say?
Peace out, and like and subscribe.
And don't forget, guys, if you set those order markers right, you just might win that fight.
That's right.